Train. I'm Mother Diva, and I am Chicago's Madam Ambassador of House Music. And I came all the way from Chicago to honor these very special dancers. If you are familiar with Soultrain, yes, it was the dancers that made the show. Every week we watch Soultrain to see the styles of dancing and also the wardrobe. So I just want to take this time to thank some people who made this possible. This is the Soultrain Scramble Board that we got. I want to thank Panorama Now News Blog out of Northwest Indiana. I want to thank the United Protection Agency. I could not have done this without comedian Eddie Griffin. He was my main sponsor. He was very good friends with Michael Jackson, and he was also a pop and locker. He's in New Orleans shooting a movie, and he couldn't be here tonight. But he has a show here at Planet Hollywood at the Fact Theater, so you can get tickets at eddiegriffin.com. I also want to thank United Protection Agency, and also if you're familiar with the TV show All the Queen's Men, they are having a wonderful celebration on December 12th in Alabama. There are still some tickets left. So without further ado, I called several politicians that I know personally, and I asked them to honor Soultrain dancers. So this is a proclamation from State Senator Manny Hunter, whereas Soultrain debuted on August 17, 1970 as a low-budget dance show on WCIU-TV in Chicago, featuring famous Illinoisans, and its first episode including Jerry Iceman Butler, showcasing black music, youth, and culture during racially challenging times, growing to become a household name across the region. Soultrain's immediate success caught the attention across the country. The Soultrain dancers had a global impact on pop culture, displaying the latest dance, fashion, and music. They have gone on to become successful entrepreneurs, performers on Broadway, casting directors, writers, actors, producers, and working alongside industry leaders such as Madonna, Stevie Wonder, and Lionel Richie, and of course the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Proclaimed by the Senate of the 104th General Assembly of the state of Illinois that we congratulate the Soultrain dancers on their 55th anniversary, and be it further proclaimed that a suitable copy of this resolution be presented to the Soultrain dancers. Signed, State Senator Manny Hunter, also the Mayor of the City of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, and also the City Council, David Moore, and we also have from the Soultrain District, Councilman Bill Conway, which was located at 141 West Jackson Street in the Board of Trade building on the 43rd floor. We also want to acknowledge 2 members of Congress. This certificate, because the government was shut down, they were only able to do hand-done certificates. So Congresswoman Robin Kelly sat on a plane from Washington, D.C. to Chicago and hand-signed these certificates. We also want to recognize Congressman Danny Davis, who is one of the oldest congressmen that we have in Congress. He was the last person left, other than Jesse Jackson, that walked with Dr. Martin Luther King, and he is the one that Nancy Pelosi says to get a mattress because he's always falling asleep, but we still love him. So at this time, I would like to bring up our first recipient. He is a Soultrain dancer. He's a pop and locker. He's a Michael Jackson tribute artist. He is known as King Scorpio.
Hi, yes, I was a Soultrain dancer. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I was a Soultrain dancer since 1981. to 2006 after it aired and it ended. My agent took me to Japan to finish doing Soul Train, me and 5 other dancers, to open up for the acrobats in Japan, Osaka, Nagoya, and Yokohama, cities around there, teach them how to pop and move and how we do. And anyway, so I was blessed to go overseas to perform, and after that, in the early 80s, I've been to 39 countries performing, doing the pop locking and doing my Michael Jackson thing with Michael Jackson in Johannesburg, in South Africa, Durban, Sun City, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, all over South Africa for the rugby, football, and I was the opener for the Michael Jackson. I was in another hospital in Segunda, and he was somewhere else in another hospital in a different city in South Africa. So it was a privilege to do that. And I did the Super Bowl in 1993 with Michael Jackson too. I was on the scoreboard, 1993 with the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, I was a Soul Train dancer, so I appreciate it. And I am available for parties and shows, so if you guys got weddings, makeup, breakups, it don't matter, I'll perform. I sing live, I perform, I do the dancing, the costumes, the whole thing.
Can we see you move?
And I got a club called, I just moved out from LA. I've been here a year and 3 months. But I got a club now called Soul of Africa. Got great food right there on Maryland Parkway in Tropicana. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you guys are interested, please let me know.
All right. Okay. Our next recipient has a long history of being a performer, a dancer. He's a Tony Award winner. He's also a recipient of the Cincinnati Black Music Hall of Fame. More importantly, he was in Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal as a dancer, and he also performed with Michael Jackson in Japan on the Bad Tour. Please welcome Mr. Marvin Columbus.
Hello. Hi. I'm very, very blessed. That poem was written in 1978 and I went to the Flash Dance Tour in 1980. I did like 13 world tours. I'm also on the Black Music Hall of Fame in Cincinnati, Ohio with James Brown, Prince, Ohio players. Also on the Dance Hall of Fame. I won Tony Award on Broadway. So right now, I'm doing movies now. So I have my first film I'm doing my son. My son's a big actor. He's in Roadhouse and Break Down and then so our first one together. So I've been very blessed. I'm about to credit to my Lord Savior. And me and the guy here, Cooley, go back in 1984. We're like we did OGs in the dance world. So we both worked so much on tour together. So I said, I think, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mother Diva, she's the only one who really recognized dancers. We work so hard. We work hard. There's no athlete in the world work like a dancer. I know because I'm also in the boxing game too. I've been in the boxing world for 25 years. I'm also a rodeo guy. I'm the cat rope and the bull rider. I'm the first dancer to ever do rodeos and boxing and dancing in the world. So dancers work the hardest. We work hard. We work dancers. Thank you so much. Honor. Guys. All right, Marvin.
Okay, and we did have a couple of other Soul Train dancers that were trying to get here, and I want to acknowledge them. Valerie McConnell from Val TV. It was a nightmare trying to get through the traffic. She sends her love. Also, King James Brown. He couldn't make it, but he started dancing on Soul Train in 1976. Val was in the later years in 2000s. In the 2000s. So this next recipient has an amazing history. I have to tell a funny story. So back in I believe it was 79, it was either 79 or 80. He was with the dance troupe called Eclipse. It was Cooley Jackson, Casper, and Jeffrey Daniels. And they debuted what was known as the backslide and also the moonwalk on Soul Train. Now let me tell you the history of the moonwalk and the backslide. So, this man taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk. However, the moonwalk is not what he debuted on Motown 25. The moonwalk is like this. It mimics the astronauts on the moon.
You got it right.
However, Casper and Jeffrey Daniels worked with him on the backslide, and he was supposed to debut it in 1981 on the Triumph Tour, but he didn't feel like he had perfected it. So a couple of years had passed, and he debuted the backslide on Motown 25, but the last thing he remembered in his mind was a dance called the moonwalk. So Michael Jackson inadvertently called the backslide the moonwalk, and the rest is history. He was also a solid gold dancer. He is an amazing person. He's really good friends with Rick Dees. He's funny. He's entertaining. Come on up here, Cooley Jackson.
Cooley Jackson.
Come on, Cooley. All the way. He drove all the way from Sacramento to be here.
Yeah, Cooley. Way back.
This is actually wonderful. Being a person who grew up from Detroit, born in Detroit.
Strictly Detroit.
Yes. Growing up in Orange County, never had any dance lessons. Self-taught. Had a dance troupe. Go to school, do our homework, go to my garage, and we start popping and locking, coming up with all these routines. Felt like we were Superman who came down from Krypton because no one else is doing it. Started building and building dance at Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, etc., etc. We was in a club called Ichabod's. Casper and I was too young to get into the club. So we sneaked in because the bouncers was cool with us. We come in for this contest, and lo and behold, Jeffrey Daniels and Jody Watley was judging the contest. Cleveland Moses told Jeffrey about this dance, and he was doing something like this. And Jeffrey said, "How is that sweeping the nation? Like, that doesn't look good." Casper and I enter the contest, we end up winning. We do the popping style, Jeffrey loses his mind. Mind you, we didn't know nothing about stranger dancing. He grabbed us, took us to his home. For a week, we showed Jeffrey Daniels how to pop, lock, and do everything. Then we went on Motown 25, not Motown, we went on Soultrain. First time, we danced. That's when Michael Jackson saw that, and then he contacted Casper and I. Then from that point on, I got so much to say, I won't even waste your time anymore. But I also was a white Power Ranger. I was Jason Frank's understudy. I did that too, so I've done that as well. The movie Breaking and Electric Boogaloo, that as well. But solid gold is my claim to fame. Being a solid gold dancer, that's what made me. I was the only street dancer in the 80s that you could turn to a channel to see street dancing. No internet. MTV was just now coming out and everything. So who knows how many people I touched, you know what I mean, with my dancing. And last but not least, my wife and I, we're writing a book. It's called Famous but Invisible. The whole idea is, I've worked with so many people. I'm very, very blessed. But, you know, people don't know who I am or what I've done or who I helped push up to the top. So that's what the whole book is about. But thank you for this. This is like wonderful. So Marvin, you got 6. Wow. Wow. I'm going to hate it, frame it, and love it. Thank you very much.
Do a little stunt.
Okay, so last but not least, I have something very special that I want to give away as a raffle. First of all, I would like to say this. The dancers were very important to Soultrain, and they stuck with Soultrain. And if you know anything about Don Cornelius, he was always coming up with creative ways to do things. He literally franchised a KFC so he can feed his dancers. He paid them in Kentucky Fried Chicken. But he said, right. And he told them that being on this show is going to give you the exposure to go further. So I have in my possession a rare artifact. This is the first script from Soultrain from August 17th, 1970. There are no recorded episodes of Soultrain because it was a live show. They only have pictures. I got this from the director. His name is Drew Leach. He's almost 80 years old. He's still alive. He lives in South Bend, Indiana. And he told me I was a young kid, didn't think to click the record button to archive it. He said, because Soultrain came on every day the first season. And Tuesday's episode was recorded to play the weekend. And they would record over the tape. So this is why we have no footage. But if you want to win this, Soultrain had a sponsor. Their first sponsor was a department store. If you can guess what store that was, you win this.
Mace.
Macy's.
No.
J.C. Penney's.
No. Yeah, who said it? It was Sears.
Whoa.
Sears. Oh, wow. Good, Marv.
I first want to thank Victor for letting me come in here and do this, because I'm a small business owner. I don't have much of a budget. I get little dollars here and there. I take all donations, sponsorships. I got Cash App, Zelle, all of it if you want to make a donation. We also have another event in Los Angeles on Sunday. It is the Soultrain Dancer Panel Discussion and Michael Jackson Dancer Panel Discussion. And the keynote speaker is Casper, who actually taught him the backslide. We're going to be at the Hollywood Public Library, 1:30 to 4:30. So we'd love for you guys to come. And I just want to say thank you, Victor, for letting us come in here and do this.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
We also have, let me show you guys, before we go, we have the 55th anniversary Soultrain cake.
Yeah, said it, yeah.
If you all would like a piece. And thank you for allowing us to interrupt your evening.
You can take it out the box.